Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this video is a reading for the energy of Leo. And I am using 3 decks this series. I'm using the Talisman Oracle. This is the African Tarot by Victoria Iva, and this is the Tattoo Tarot by Mega Mundin. So also this series, I'm doing something a little different. I am pulling the Oracle card first, and then we will get the overall energy for the reading, and then we will work from there. All right, so Leo, wait a minute, let me start over. So what I mean to say is that everyone has Leo in their charts, okay? You don't necessarily have to have a planet arising a midheaven in Leo to identify with Leo. We all have Leo in our charts by way of the house system. So if you're curious to know what house Leo is in, I have a link in the description all the way down at the bottom. And follow that link. You can put your birth chart, your birth date in, and date, time, and location, and you'll get your birth chart and you can see where Leo is, what house Leo is in. And basically that just means you express the characteristics of Leo when dealing with that aspect of the house. Okay, so the card you have is mindfulness. And these cards I think are beautiful. The sigil, where is her sigil? Oh, it's on the, I guess that would be the abdomen of or is that the thorax? I'm not sure. I don't know. All the way at the bottom of the bug of the praying mantis. She kind of hides the sigils in there. There we go. Look at that. Look at that detail that my camera's picking up. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, enough of that. So what you can do is pause the video, and if you want to sort of focus on this card, let me get me out of the way. And focus on the beauty of it, on that on the sigil, or even on that what's that called? The flower. Oh, why can't I think of what it's called? If you want to focus on the mandala, you can, and just focus on the card, focus on the art, focus on the energy of what it means to be mindfulness, and you can use that as a meditation tool. And she also has a mantra at the end of the reading, and I'll give that to you as well. So, and here's the sigil that is on the abdomen or thorax of that praying mantis. Okay. There is a lot of beauty in the stillness of the mind. Allowing ourselves to be present in the moment and not worry about things could have been, or let me start that sentence over. Allowing ourselves to be present in the moment and not worry about how things could have been or what we could have done better can open our mind to treasures of what we have to be thankful for. So allowing ourselves to be present and not worrying about other things can allow us the mind space to know what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for. With great patience and perseverance, we can accomplish anything. It's best not to rush into action or judgment too quickly. Often patience is not about how long we can wait, but what we do with our time while waiting. Okay. We can learn to be grateful for every moment of our day, even when we feel stuck and things don't go our way. Like the praying mantis, staying mindful will make all of your endeavors will make all of your endeavors more fruitful and meaningful. Use this card when you need to recenter and find peace in the moment. When you have a hard time being patient with yourself, try taking a moment to envision the praying mantis staying still. Bring your hands to center and focus on your breath. Can you locate where in your body your emotions are resonating? Is something tense? What sounds do you hear around you? And the mantra is, I am still. So this card is just about recentering ourselves and reminding ourselves not to fill our minds with things that are unnecessary, right? Idle hands. What is that? Idle time. Oh, I can't remember that. I have a slight headache, so it's kind of I'm getting some blockages here. So so this card is mostly about not filling the mind with unnecessary things. That way you can use your mind for other things. One of the things she said in here that was very poignant was that, oh geez, now I forgot. And I loved it too. I'm going to have to refer back. Let me just refer back. And perhaps you know it as well, because I think I made some emphasis on it. Let's see. Often patience is not about how long we can wait, but what we do with our time while waiting. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, it's like when you think about something as mundane and banal as boiling water, you don't want to sit there and just watch the water boil, right? You can do other things. You can pull out the butter that you're going to put in your noodles. You can pull out the spices. You can fix yourself a nice ice cold glass of tea. There's just so many things you can do while you're waiting, and you don't want to get stuck in this period of just waiting. You don't want to fill your time with needless tasks while waiting, and also you don't want to fill your mind with needless things when you can fill your mind with what you're grateful for, So being mindful is a wonderful thing, and I think the hardest part is knowing when we need to be mindful, when we need to take a step back and just be like, okay, I'm going to catch my breath. Well, I'm speaking from experience because that's one of the things I have a hard time with, sometimes my husband will be like, calm down, it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, it's not okay. And, and I don't want to calm down just for the sake of him telling me to calm down. I just don't want to calm down, and so that's some things that we can have trouble with, and just getting to that point of knowing when it's time to take that breath, I think is a huge step. I think is the biggest step, because sometimes we can just get so wrapped up in our emotions and what's going on that we just don't want to be mindful, and we're just so stubborn about it. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on with you. Ace of Coins in reverse. 5 of Coins. And Queen of Coins in reverse. Lots of earth energy here. And so it's looking like this is a time for you. Oh gosh, look at this cool coins card. I mean, I love skulls. I just do. I don't know why. I just think they're just beautiful. And I don't know what my point was. But I think this is a spread. Just these 3 cards is a time where it would be a call on for mindfulness, and it's looking like you are experiencing a time of lack. Okay, the 5 of Coins is a card of not. I'm reading this RWS for some reason. It just came out. It's probably the skull, right? And it's a time of loss, and it's a time of not having that which you thought you were going to have, and it's not coming as easy. And I think you might be getting just a little frustrated here in what your current situation is, because you're feeling that there is a lack of opportunity. You're feeling like there's just lack of chances for you to get where you want to be. The Queen of Coins is often, I like to attribute her energy to the Empress, in that she's very nurturing and she knows what's going on in her environment. She has full control in a way of her environment. She knows everything about it. She's taking care of it. So she knows all there is to know about her environment. And with just reading from this spread, it just kind of feels like you're at a point in life where things just aren't going your way, and you're just kind of wondering if it's ever gonna get better. And I mean, I can tell you it is, just from experience, you know. And if we kind of think about the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, that the world just moves on, right? Nothing is going to stay good and nothing is going to stay bad. The wheel just keeps turning. And an important thing is to use mindfulness and to remember that things will get better. And you can also use mindfulness in a way that that you can bring some different energy. If you're kind of down and out on yourself, on your situation, just thinking how everything sucks and nothing's going to get better, and your life is just, just gloomy, like Eeyore, basically. He just popped into my head for some reason. Then it's just going to make your situation so much worse, and it's going to compound the issues, right? It's going to just make everything seem worse because you're in this worse state of mind. Now, that's not to say that if you're just completely positive all the time and you're just laying in bed waiting for something good to happen because you know it's going to happen, that's not necessarily going to happen. But the energy that you're putting into something is the energy that's going to come out. So if you're putting sadness into things and despair into your life, it's just going to perpetuate on itself. So the thing is to get moving. That little that story I told you about my husband telling me to calm down and me not wanting to, that's sort of the same energy of, if you can't break that energy, you're just going to stay in it. And so the best thing to do is to take a deep breath, release yourself from that energy, and kind of go into a different route. I don't know. Okay, so that was my soapbox for you, Leo. And my son's a Leo, and he is 20, and he is kind of having a hard time, which is why I think I'm kind of tapping into that energy of his as well. And you just have to, you just got to remember things change, and it's not always going to be the same. And also remember that you are in control, right? If you want to make more money, you've got to do something to make more money, start working for a promotion. You could even think of a career change, So, so let's go ahead and draw from our African Tarot, Leo, and let's see what we can pull from here. So we've got 5 of Discs in reverse. Then we've got the King of Wands. Okay, I like that. And 2 of Spears in reverse. This is our air suit. Then we've got the 6 of Wands. The Tower in reverse. 6 of Wands is in reverse as well, by the way. And we've got the Moon. Why did I move that? Oh, okay. Well, the Moon was supposed to go down here, but it came out there. So we'll put the 7 here, and then here we have the Hanged Man. And what a perfect spot for this Hanged Man to be. I mean, I really like him here, to be honest. Okay, so we've got some major energies that you're working with here. Right off the bat, I see that there is a little bit of resistance on your part. There's something that you're resisting, and something that you're not wanting to face, some changes you're not wanting to make. And the whole idea here is that you're going to have to look at, let me change your view. I just saw that you're looking at me and not your beautiful spread. The Hanged Man, this is a card of changing views, changing perspectives, looking at things in a different way. And for some reason, you seem to be holding on to some stagnant energy, some things that you're not really wanting to let go of. Here with the Moon, coupled with Death in reverse. You know, this card, I'm not really getting it in a way that I usually interpret this card. What I'm getting here is that you're holding on to some old habits of yours. You're not really allowing yourself to change from this primal self that you're so used to being. Okay. And I'm drawing that because I'm seeing these two beings here, these two dogs, and usually one dog is a wolf and the other dog is a dog, and that just shows that there's two parts. There's parts of our psyche that are sort of wild and untamed, and then we have this domesticated part of our psyche, right? That part of ourselves that has been civilized, and there's a battle between those sometimes, and sometimes the wild one wins out, and usually the civil one wins out. But here, I feel that, excuse me, your wild one is the one that is winning out here, and it's not that you're uncivilized, it's more that you're not allowing yourself to grow, to evolve in a way. You're not allowing this change to happen. And I see here with this Seven of Wands, this card for me is interesting that it's here. And because it's calling to me that there is a sort of an actionary, you're in a position where you can change. We're always in that position, but this is calling attention that you kind of have the vantage point here. And so while it seems like you are, maybe this is a path that you're going down, but it seems like you're sort of waking up to this idea. You're sort of starting to realize what's really going on, like the light has come on. And perhaps that's what this Hanged Man is really here to say, is that you know what's going on here, and you can see it from a different perspective. Now we just need you to take some action, which I see is here in this King of Wands, and right under this opportunity, lack of opportunity showing up in this this column over here. I see that we have this King of Wands, which is Fire of Fire. And for me, that's telling me that you need to take control of this situation. Like you know what needs to happen. Like you can almost kind of see it, but it's almost like you're a little lazy kind of a way. Like I see this Two of Spears here in reverse, meaning, there's a decision that needs to be made. With it being in reverse is that you're avoiding making this decision. Then we have this Five of Discs here, which is in reverse, and we have the Five of Discs over here. So I do feel like you're kind of caught up in the situation. You're kind of caught up in, I want to say, like, you're kind of caught up in your mind a little bit. Like you're kind of caught up in this way of thinking that you have nothing, it's so hard, and you're unable to release that from yourself. But the thing that stands out for me, in addition to this change that you're sort of resisting, the other thing that's really standing out to me is that it just takes a decision on your part. It just takes that I'm not going to stand for this anymore. I don't like where I am, and I am going to set a goal. I'm making this decision, and I am going to use this King of Wands energy to grab onto it and to take control. And that's what I see here. And from this tarot cards, and it really works well with this mindfulness card, in that it's time for you to stop filling your mind, filling your time with unnecessary things. It's time for you to sort of clear out all of that gunk, if you will, and start moving forward, instead of just wallowing in this pool of despair and desolation and not doing what you need to do. And you really need to let this moment, this tower moment, happen. And it's kind of just hanging on the brink here. And I'm surprised it hasn't already happened, by the way. I don't see that it has quite happened yet. It's almost like, I think of the AA program where you have to hit rock bottom before you'll change. It feels like you just haven't hit that rock bottom yet. Like you haven't quite gotten there. And so while there might be like little crumblings of the tower, brick by brick is starting to fall, the whole tower hasn't actually toppled over yet. So overall, I do feel like this is a good reading because, I always feel like readings are good because it brings awareness to the situation, right? And it brings us to a point where we can look at things and sort of understand them in a new way. But on top of that, I see that there's going to be some perseverance on your part, but all it takes is a decision, and that's what you're going to have to do. And I think that's what's going to happen when this tower finally does fall, is that decision is going to be a whole lot easier for you, Leo. All right, dude. I hope you enjoyed, or at least got something out of this reading. I'm thankful for your time. Thank you for sitting here with me. Thank you for returning and watching. I really appreciate it. I did I set up a buy me a coffee thing. So if you feel in your heart to reciprocate the energy, you can follow the link in the description box and do the whole little buy me a coffee thing. So that would be cool. And I'm also offering some personal readings as well. I just haven't set it up yet. So I'm also a bookkeeper, and bookkeepers are really busy at the beginning of the month and at the beginning of the year, getting the month closed out and then getting the year closed out. So eventually it'll come up, but let's just let you know that they buy me the coffees there, and eventually the personal readings will be there too. So thank you so much for watching, Leo. I will see you next reading. Take care.